This podcast is rated S for sexy and contains mature themes, explicit sexual content, and some freaky ass shit. So if your trigger warning list is longer than the schlongs in these books, protect your innocent ears from the salacious musings of this red hot pod. But if you're a pervy peach like us with one hand on your Kindle and the other between your folds, strap on, in, for the Unhinged Book Club ride of your wet dreams.
This is Between the Folds.
Oh, and there's definitely going to be spoilers. Don't say we didn't warn you. Now, as for the rest of you freaky little strumpets, let's get into it.
Welcome to the club, a leper seat. Between the folds where the kinks all meet. Welcome to the club, let's slip right through. Between the folds where literature is blue.
Hi, it's me, Elisa, your commander in literature for the week. And I'm here with...
Lusty Lieutenant Lindsay.
whose love language just might be cryptid cunnilingus. That's a mouthful.
And the answer is yes, it is.
And...
janitor of joyful orifices, Jess.
who recently traded in her underwear for full-time vagina clothes and believes that if it starts with 2D, it better end in DP.
Damn straight.
Words to live by.
And just remember, as we give our overview, we listen and we don't judge.
Except for when we do.
On this week's episode, we're diving into Jade West's The Naughty List. A dozen titillating holiday escapades from the perspective of Ella, aka Holly. Fresh off of a broken relationship, down to her last $57, and stuck in a menial grocery job that barely pays the bills. Holly's life, it's looking bleak. Until she lands a gig with the agency, an exclusive website that mixes client proclivities with a little swipe right chaos. This holiday adventure proves that a little debt, a desperate desire to visit your parents, and literally nothing to lose is enough to stick it to the man, all the way past the wrist.
Yikes.
Our girl Holly goes from broke shelf stalker to 5-star fantasy fulfillment, climbing the agency's charts and chasing the legendary Cream Girl's crown, one boundary-pushing gig at a time. Along the way, she leans on Ebony, her online confidant and fellow sex worker, who keeps her sane, motivated, and occasionally reminds her that, yes, boundaries are important.
Okay, Ebony.
And then let's talk about Holly's love life, because, of course, there's always a twist, if you want to call it that. Her ex, Connor, a musician and certified coal bucket, spends her savings chasing fame and cheating on her while thinking it would boost his career. But Holly doesn't stay down. She finds her mojo, her confidence, and ultimately, Weston, aka Josh, her new love at the end of the book. Sex worker, thrill seeker, and kinky enough to match Holly's energy. And speaking of kinks, each of the 12 scenes in this book introduce a brand new set of users and a buffet of boundary-pushing fun. Anal play, stretching, bondage, BDSM, kidnapping kink, 8 men versus 1 woman, jealous wife and cheating husband roleplay, daddy-daughter roleplay, period play, fisting, DP, and so much more.
So much.
Unhinged even for your average smut book. And then there was a small appearance by Santa, not a love interest, just a philanthropic client who gifts Holly $30,000 and proves that even morally gray worlds can have a holiday miracle. By the end, Holly is richer, riskier, and a whole lot more self-assured. And me, well, not only did I question whether I was old enough to read these scenes, I also earned the title Minister of Moisture from this book. Because somewhere between scene 3 and scene 7, Holly's lack of lube had me wondering if I should start a GoFundMe for her personal supply,
Yes.
or start my own lube company called Wetter is Better, trademark pending. So if you want to find out what happens in each scene and you're ready to be on the naughty list, grab your cocoa, stretch those hammies, and remember, when the Grinch hole starts to tingle, that is your cue to reapply the lube. Let's get into it.
Truly, though, there were so many times when I was reading this book where I was just like, you're just going to shove it in there?
Yes.
You're just going to shove it in?
And let that happen?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's interesting. We first read this last year,
Yep.
around the same time probably. I loved this book. I thought it
Same.
was so hot. I
Hated it.
did not. Yes.
Yes, same. I had the same reaction.
So I will say, I've had a traumatizing couple of weeks.
Oh, no.
My IUD is stuck. So yesterday was my third appointment trying to get this motherfucker out, which I do have a funny story about the ultrasound. I've never had a vaginal.
Ultrasound?
Yes. Have you?
Many times, actually. It's part of when you go through infertility cycle stuff. You get a lot of vaginal ultrasounds.
So they give you like this probe thing, or they're putting this probe
The
thing up
wand,
you.
as they call it.
Did you put that in you, or did they?
No, they did.
So they gave it to me.
They ask you sometimes, would you like me to insert it, or would you like
No,
to
no.
insert it?
No, that is not what happened. Lindsay, I love your face right now. So I'm laying there, right? And
Do you want to put it in or do you want me to put it in? I want you to put it in while making eye contact.
Only heavy eye contact.
No. So
heavy eye contact.
Don't break.
For the last 18 months, I have been like in the throes of perimenopause, and really acutely in the last 2 months. I mean, you guys know I've been really struggling with mental health stuff, and I am a fucking mess all over the place. And I just can switch on a dime, right? So this is just to set up the mood. Going into this thing, I'm all over the place. And
Feeling sexy. I'm liking this. Continue.
It's a woman who's doing the ultrasound stuff, and then they brought in a young guy to be the chaperone. It's a military hospital, so you know, a younger enlisted guy. He was really nice.
So it's a threesome, I'm
Yes,
hearing.
exactly.
Continue.
So I'm laying there. They put the thing over me, and then she hands me the thing, and she said, "I'm going to need you to insert this yourself." There was no question. It was, "I'm going to need you."
Just like going to watch.
And so what proceeded to go down, Lindsay, is almost exactly what you just did as a joke. Because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just going to look at her to see when she tells me to stop. And like, so I'm just like, and she's like, well, no, not that far.
Oh, you're like, I'm sorry. I thought I was at home.
And I was like, oh, just the tip? Like, literally, like, that's basically what it was.
You think I can't take it? I've
been a
training.
good girl all day.
But
So
it was
good.
like direct eye contact. Like, oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Like, I didn't realize that, you know.
I'm so sorry for your trauma.
Yes.
But did you get a discount for self-insertion? Like, you know what I have to
I
pay?
should have. Maybe if it was a military hospital, we'd
know.
already.
Rude.
So, but did they lube the wand up before you inserted it? Or did you just, they did? Interesting,
Yeah,
Jade.
I was no Holly.
Interesting,
No
Jade.
raw dog in the wall.
Totally, no.
Back to what you were saying, Jess. I had the exact same reaction. The first time I read this book, I was like, this is the sexiest fucking
Yeah.
book. I have recommended it to probably like,
This was also early on in the Unhinged Book Club,
it
though.
was like 30 people. Not really that many, but we're just going to go with it. And I was rereading this book and I found myself going, do I really have to fucking read this scene again? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
and like going through it, I was like, oh my God.
So interesting. I actually had the opposite reaction. Because I obviously read this book also before, and I read it again. And honestly, I liked it better the second time around.
Oh.
I will say about this book, I do think that this is maybe the most wholesome book involving fisting and other pretty like extreme or interesting sexual fetishes that
Yes.
maybe could ever be told. When I was reading it the whole time, I was just like, it's just so wholesome. Like this sweet girl.
Like, do you mean wholesome without the W? Because there was definitely a lot of holes.
It was wholesome and wholesome. Like she's just like always just like, I just really want to go visit my parents for Christmas. Like I just really, that's all I want in this life. And I will take as many fists in my pussy as possible so I can just go hang out with my parents for Christmas.
But also, she gave the fist for free.
Okay,
the
so
fist was for free.
this is something that I need to talk about because I did like this book and I did enjoy it. So I think when I was reading this book, I was thinking to myself how interesting it is that some people think of a particular sexual act or a fetish as being just like fully off the table and other things are just like fully on the table. Like for some people it's the hell no and other people it's the hell yes, right? So in this book, our main character Holly is wanting to become a hardcore, which is just like a person in this industry that will do anything no matter what. She's here for it. And so
she's a trier.
she's an A+ sex student, which we love. But she's going through the list of things on the naughty list, which is all these spicy activities that she can check yes or no on. So she's going through the list and there's like a bunch of things she like doesn't check. Bukkake, unlimited men. And then her quote is, I'm not quite there yet. And she's no to water sports. But then she's like, fisting, yes. Double penetration, yes. Like all this other stuff. And I think we're opposite is what I'm trying to say. Like Holly and I, we're not the same.
I would rather be peed on
Then fisted.
than fisted.
Yes.
Just so we're in the same
Yes.
genre.
Yeah, you were literally eating another man's cum covered in your own blood and you're like no to urine. And this is what I said. It's just interesting because there's just people that just have so many different preferences, and how cool is that?
The amount of tearing.
There's no way that she was tearing the amount that she was tearing. And then like basically the next day getting back after it.
The constant need to be the best and the constant need to like shove away your discomfort so that you could be the best or that you could get 5 stars or that you could get more money. I found the second time around, I was like, what? Why?
It didn't feel believable. There was a lot of her inner dialogue, which I appreciated her talking about how she thought about sex and the kind of being like, oh, I do like this stuff. I've had this shame around it, but I enjoy it for me. Like that part I liked. But then, yes, it became a little too much. She's telling me, not showing me. And I didn't see her as so self-assured by the end, actually, because she was fixated on, no, now I just need to make money doing this and I have to keep this 5-star rating. And I just started seeing like this just never-ending thing of nothing is ever good enough.
It's so funny because I think we literally have had the opposite experiences reading this book. Because the first time I read it, I was really a little bit troubled and bothered me when I read it the first time. And I think when I read it the second time, I was able to see her getting into each different sexual fantasy that she was going to be playing into. Like in the beginning, she would be nervous or she wasn't sure what to expect. And then once she would get started, she would start to get into it. And then she would find a way to enjoy each individual thing. I definitely think that there was, to me, too far from protecting your own physical body standpoint.
Correct.
With the amount of things that one of the quotes was, so there's a scene where there are these 2 men who are in a relationship, and I think one of them's bi, and so for a gift, he gets Holly as a night for the 3 of them. And in the review, he writes, she came as she tore 2 in 1. So while they're both penetrating her at the same time, she comes and tears at the same time, and I just don't understand. And it seems like it would be really hard to enjoy that.
That would rip me out of a orgasm faster than you could sneeze.
It's hard to imagine. Coming and ripping my flesh at the same time.
I had clocked that too. I think the other thing that bothered me the second time, and I think it's the combination of mood, but just where we are in the world today, I got rubbed in the wrong ways about some of the things like men said about her when they were writing their review and mentioned that she came and was tearing, it was the real deal or something. Like it just gave me the heebie-jeebies. And then the scene at the end, which I also remember for the first time really loving, where she goes, serves this office party of 8 guys. I'm just picturing these 8 men by themselves getting drunk at the office, like a fucking incel club or something.
Correct.
And I just read those things in a completely different light this time around. And that kept taking me out.
I can agree with what you're saying, Lindsay, because at some level, she did turn everything into her own fantasy. Even if it wasn't what she wanted to necessarily do, she's like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on my terms. And I love that statement. I just get concerned.
Yeah. She was a great actress, right? Her name in real life is Ella. Holly is just her like entertainer name. And there was one scene kind of early on where she was just like, oh, but Holly likes this stuff. And I thought that was interesting, like, and believable.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah.
Compartmentalization, I think it was something like you would hear her inner dialogue and she'd be like going into something. She's like, oh, I don't know about this. I'm scared. I don't know what this is going to be like. And, how's it going to go? And then she would allow herself or look for ways or start to enjoy it. And so I saw it a little bit as just like she left herself open to the possibility of being able to try something new and also enjoy it. So there's another scene about tearing because there was a lot of tearing in this book. So this is when she's with those 2 guys. And he says, my cock is probably tearing your ass to pieces. And I was like, I know there's that pleasure and pain connection. And I can relate to that. I can't usually relate to that in that aggressive of a way, but
Yeah.
more research to come. And if anyone else is into that, I would love to hear about it. I'm quite curious.
You know what's interesting to me? The BDSM scene where she gets tied up and like her breasts are bound, and to the point where she's talking about how like her whole chest is throbbing, and then he like grabs her nipple. That I can understand, because for me, it's easier for me to process that, because that's a temporary pain. It's not really, I mean, maybe you're going to bruise, but I don't know. I've never been hogtied and hung by my breasts.
I don't think my breast can support my weight, unfortunately.
Mine probably could. But at the same time, it felt like he was doing it for the sensation. I'm giving you sensations you would never otherwise feel.
And the BDSM like scene, it does feel a little bit more of like, I enjoy doing this to you, and also the intent is for your pleasure
Or
in
both.
that experience. Yeah, like both pleasure versus like, I don't know. Dean didn't seem to be very interested in her pleasure. It just so happened that she happened to find it pleasurable, but he didn't seem that invested in her having a good time.
We can go into like our most favorite sex scene. I don't think I liked the end of that scene, but I liked the beginning of that scene more than I did anything else. A, because I'm not into the daddy bullshit. I know you are.
You guys, I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest. When I read it the first time, I was like, oh, interesting.
This, I think, was one of the only ones that still held up for me, actually.
Yeah. And I read this one again and I was like, oh, fuck. And I read it a lot. I'm not going to lie.
My favorite two scenes from this was that one, and also the interview. I thought her interview was hot when she had
Yes,
the
I did
interview
too.
for them, and they were like, "We need to make sure that you like the stuff, that you're believable, that you like it, you know." So for on Zoom,
panel.
they were on
Yeah.
Zoom,
Yeah.
and there was a panel, and there was 3 of them, and I think
It was
all their
Microsoft
screens
Teams, I
went-
believe. Just kidding.
Microsoft Teams.
Oh, I heard Microsoft Teams.
That's the entertainer offshoot
Yes,
version.
That's the
It's
private
actually-
browser version.
Yeah, it's Microsoft Tag Teams.
There's a lot in there, Microsoft. I hope you're paying
Yeah.
attention.
Oh, maybe micro hard.
Yeah. The possibilities are endless.
There. So sorry.
Oh, the interviews. Oh, yeah, they were telling her what to do.
That
but
I
she
thought was
couldn't
hot.
see them. I that was actually my favorite scene in
Yep, same.
the whole book. This
It was the interview at the very beginning
Yeah,
before she
it
even
really was.
starts her journey.
But the
But I
ironic
thought there was something so hot about that.
thing is that they turn their cameras off.
Yeah.
You didn't get to have awkward eye contact like when you have
But
a wand shoved up your hooch and nanny. Eye contact.
I enjoyed a lot. I learned some things about myself reading this book again. I found a way to really enjoy a lot of the scenes. The daddy scene, apparently a thing for me. And I must accept that about myself.
But here, we have to dive in.
Oh, God.
To the
I'm
daddy
scared.
scene.
I'm scared.
What is it the role playing aspect, or is it the way that he punished and then took care of her? What about the dynamics was titillating to you?
I do like a role play. So I think that's fun. I think you have punishment and reward aspect that is a part of this scene. You have the taboo aspect where she's playing like she's his daughter and he's her father, which of course she's not. So it's fine. But there's some like taboo element, I think, in there.
I did make a note in the book about how I thought it was fascinating that every user was so clear about what they wanted and what the expectations were that it made it really easy for her to decide. And I was thinking to myself, if only real life was like that. Where like people actually knew down to the T what they wanted and then just was like, are you into this?
I just think it's really unfortunate that like the sex work industry has been like relegated the way that it has, because if you think about, there's so many people who have so many very diverse sexual desires, and we develop this culture where we make something taboo or it's dirty or it's bad, it's wrong, and then we punish people. Perhaps
It's
like,
wrong if you actually are trafficking children and doing things.
we don't allow people to have like an expression of perhaps a desire that might not fit into society's normal box or whatever.
Or they'll assume somebody is doing something nefarious, where I see like if you're hiring somebody, paying them money to write out this fantasy so you won't act on something or you're curious. And
Yeah, I'm not sexually attracted to my dad, and I'm not sexually attracted to children. I don't even really like children that much, you know?
Sexual or otherwise.
Yeah, so, in any way. But did I get off on the idea of being like daddy's little girl and having him punish me? I totally did. This is a service that someone can offer you. I just thought it's really unfortunate. We gotta get on board.
And I like that these users they were basically the clients would submit these proposals, and then the sex workers got to say yes or no. Oh, yes, I will do this or not. Or
That was the swipe right.
Accept it.
Yes
yeah.
or no.
Yeah. Like, am I into trying this out? Yes. No. Find somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was like regulated. All of the clients were tested and kept people as safe as possible.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
I think the concept of sex workers, and especially in the context of something that's regulated and that's like the health and safety of everyone is taken care of, who fucking cares?
Everybody gets what they want. I thought there's the one scene where the woman hired her so that she could walk in on her with her husband, like cheating on, and was just like, see, that's another great use. Maybe you don't have a friend who wants to do that role play and wants you to slap her. It's hard to meet someone like that, but you can bring in a paid actress.
Who likes having her ass ripped?
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly. But doesn't mind getting smacked around by like an angry spouse. I thought that scene was hot too. Well, there's also the scene. So after she goes to the BDSM room, then there's the guy who just wants to like worship her body.
Did
Do we
that
not
freak
like
me
that
out?
scene?
I didn't
No.
like
What?
any of that. I contemplated I just kept thinking like, did you wash your toes? Also, my feet are really ticklish. So there was all that like toe sucking. And I just kept thinking about that. I mean, I thought about it enough to ask him, I wash my feet really good. Will Eric suck my toes so I can see, but I haven't. Then my mood switched. Didn't want anything
Out of the toe sucking
doing
mood.
anywhere. But this scene, I just thought he seemed boring and gross and like he would have soft hands.
I love that that's your issue with this. His hands sounded soft.
His whole thing sounded so. But then this was the period one, right?
No, that's different.
No, this was the one where he just wanted to like worship her body. So he was like taking care of her after she got kind of
Didn't he
like.
fuck her feet.
Yes, he did
did
at
fuck
the
her
end.
feet.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
that happened, right?
100%.
Yeah, but she was like telling him what to do. So he was like kind of like groveling, and she was.
I'm getting him mixed up with the period guy. Both of them
Yeah.
felt like they had soft hands. That guy's been
Well, he had
exfoliating with
moisturized.
period
Yeah, I
blood.
was gonna say.
Honestly, I thought the period scene was hot too.
No.
No.
I don't know, guys.
No.
Speaking of euphemisms, there was a few that I thought were funny. There was the meat lollipops
Oh my God.
and the meat pole.
The meat pole. That was my favorite. Like, what the fuck? And I wish she had called it like a peppermint pole or something, Christmassy. That would have been better for me than the meat pole.
There was another. She did say he won't be climbing down my chimney. There was some Christmas euphemisms. There were some ho ho hos in there.
This one I just thought was fucking weird, but it did make me laugh. And again, took me out of things. The dialogue was pretty, let's just say. Like they just, none of them ever had to talk, in my opinion. You could have just described the sex acts. But I hope you have a cracking hot cock when you fuck me with it later. That one made me giggle.
I could get into a cracking hot cock.
I cry out as he finally pulls his massive cock from my ass. Lube and thick, hot cum dribbling from me like he's been plugging a drain. Are you fucking kidding me? Gross.
Not the sexiest visual.
Can we talk about some lines that broke us?
Yes, we can.
Because my least favorite was up to the wrist. He'll have his whole damn hand in my pussy. I think of the reviews, the threads, the hardcorers. What the fuck? Not my aching vagina.
Well, you need to be thinking about something other than that. Get a
But
fist up there.
I can't wait to get like the external validation piece
Yeah.
of this. Like I can't wait until people are like, "You're the best pussy." Well, not for long. Jesus. You're gonna fucking, your uterus is gonna fall out when you're walking away.
So we're going to jump around for a second here because I do think this is an important segue. This is a PSA for the International Day of Fisting. So in my half-cocked internet research,
Taking out that one back.
I-
Give us back Indigenous Peoples Day. Take your fucking fists.
Gives new meaning to like the resist.
So I don't know how I found this. I think I was exploring the world of fisting because, I think that's what it was. Because
For research or just for fun?
for science, she gets fisted at one point in the book, of course, as we know. But I think on the naughty list, there was double fisting, I think, was an option. And so this is how it started. So then I was like, double fisting? That seems medically ill-advised.
Correct.
And so I was trying to do some research on fisting and trying to understand, like, how does one do this safely? And could you can you really double fist? Is that really a thing that's
Oh, was it 2 fists, 1 hole? I was picturing that scene in Spy where she's like, I'm going to fuck 1 fist up here and 1 fist up your ass and play you like an accordion. That's what I was picturing.
Well, that's what I was trying to understand is like, is it 1 in each hole or is it 2 in 1 hole? It doesn't specify. I was just trying to understand. And that is when I came across the International Day of Fisting, which is either May 5th for the 5 fingers or perhaps Cinco de Mano, one might say.
Cinco de Mano.
I made that one up. Anyway, so that is the thing. And for those of you who celebrate, there's a lot of people in the fisting community who are just trying to bring awareness to fisting as a sexual act and how it can be enjoyable and be safe. So it can be done. It's not for me yet.
You know what I love about you? Is that you create such a safe space.
Inside my body.
Yeah.
For 1 whole hand.
For 5 finger discounts.
So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about fisting. Okay, thank you.
And now back to Lines That Broke Us.
This kind of goes back to one of our conversations earlier. I gasp against his mouth, building my own jerking movements up underneath him like he's driving me insane. But it's me who's driving me insane. I really liked that because that was her dialogue being like, you know what? I don't really like this guy. He's not, anything I would pick for myself. But I'm enjoying this act and I get to make myself feel good, and I love that.
I did feel like she was able to empower herself in this story. Like, even in the beginning, she's heartbroken over her boyfriend. I saw her finding her confidence through this process of becoming an entertainer, standing up for herself at work and standing up to her boyfriend,
Connor,
her
when he came back,
ex-boyfriend,
yeah.
when he tried to come back and going after something she wants.
She was definitely more self-assured.
Yeah, more self-assured, more confident, and trying to taking her own pleasure.
But it's all external validation. The moment she gets a 3-star review,
she's going to be hurting herself.
She's
too.
literally going to kill herself to get back into the good graces of 5 stars. All of this comes from other people's praise of her and how good she is and how much she can do with her body to earn money. And again, that's just a weird, fucked up mindset to be in because that's a house of cards. You pull 1 card and you're
I think
toast.
we're all on like a journey of evolution, and she did go through a lot of change. And also, I'm like listening to the 3 of us dissect this book as if that was really anything anybody gives a fuck about, and that the author even really probably cared about too. Like this was not it was like they threw the love story in to break up the sex, not vice versa.
This book had very little plot.
No, yes.
This book is about sexual empowerment and feminism. One of my favorite lines was, and a pussy eater never forgets how to eat cunt. So I don't think it was that deep, but
No, it really wasn't. But it also pulls me out of the book because I go, oh, fuck, because I don't want that for you. I want you to be a badass little human who's like.
It pulled me out because she would just be in her head about it. Like, I have to have this, get this review. I have to do this thing. And then it took me out of this, like, oh, she's empowering herself to do what she enjoys and let it be okay that she is getting a satisfaction from this. And then it would, go to this place of like, oh, I need that 5-star. And I'd be like, God, really? Again?
She's 24, right? So she's young and starting out. But I even think like if you flip this into like a normal, not sex worker job, and you have a job that requires you to physically push past your limits for someone else's pleasure. And then at the end of that, you're expecting that they go, you were incredible. And that the only way that you have value in that situation is because someone else who pushed you past your potential physical limits was like, yeah, that was enough.
Yeah, she would sit there and holding onto her phone and immediately be like waiting for the next review to come in. Like somebody who like posts something on Instagram and then like is looking at how many likes it gets.
I mean, it does kind of sound like being a social worker, I'm going to be honest. I mean, we don't get like the 5-star reviews, but we got Press Ganey, we got patient experience.
But you as an individual don't feel like you're of value because someone gives you a good review.
It's very generous of you, Lisa. Not always. No, I've grown, but I can relate to that experience.
I had a really long list of nitpicks. He was sucking my nipple like a baby on a teat. No, that was another thing. I was just like happily reading along, and then I read that, and I was like, nope, I'm out. It's a moment of relief until he plunges his nasty big cock in.
It's a nasty big cock. It's nasty big.
And then this is like the scene at the end with the 8 guys. I push guys cum out of me between every round. Like she mentioned a couple of times pushing cum out of either hole. And maybe I'm just immature, but I was just like, how do you do that without peeing, shitting, or farting? Or all of the above? Like, I don't get it. Like, I just kept imagining every time she was like, I'm blowing, like, just like an anus, like, like, just like, and it was,
You don't try to push it out so it doesn't come out later and surprise you?
yeah, when I go sit on the toilet and I pee after sex, this is why you got that UTI. And then the other thing in that scene, I'm choking up with cum so bad, I snort a load through my nose.
No.
Thank you. Mm-mm. No, not okay.
Let's talk about most cringy scenes, because I feel like this book was full of a lot for me.
Every time they talked about her tearing, no lube.
There was too much tearing and too much shoving things in, I felt.
Like,
Stuffing things, dirty things in. Like, it's like, I mean, come on. No, this isn't even me being like a germaphobe. She like the scene, which I do remember liking this one the first time where like the guy like hired her to be kidnapped.
oh yeah.
This time around, though, I did not find it hot at all. I just found it like clinical and going through the motions. But I was very also distracted by that. They're covered in mud and cow shit, and that she sucked his dick covered in mud and cow shit. No, and her shit, because she also mentioned that he had fucked her in the ass. No, if the fisting doesn't harm her vagina, like take her out like the bacteria is.
It's going to give you a UTI in one, and I don't know what it is in your butt, but it's going to give you some ATI.
An anally transmitted infection.
Like I said, this book literally was the reason why I'm the Minister of Moisture, because the fact that there was like 2 scenes used lube, but for the rest of them, it was descriptive about how big these
Every single one was a
cocks
monster
were,
dick.
and how they kept saying you're so tight, and
Who
then
wouldn't be?
yeah. But I just
It's like, yeah, because she's a normal person.
yeah,
Yeah.
'cause she's a tiny little booby.
And you're a donkey, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that
There-
one.
There was one scene where they talked about, I think it may have been the 2 guys scene, and they were saying his dick was 3 times bigger than 3 of his fingers. Like if you put 3 of your fingers together, and
I
like
have tiny hands.
yeah, I have very normal sized fingers. But if I put 3 of those together, and then I did that 3 more times,
We're talking a 2-pound salami, people.
exactly.
A 2-pound
And
salami.
you know, like in the monster genre, I feel like I can be like, oh well,
suspend
you know,
disbelief. Yeah.
it's a monster, so I don't know how big monster cocks are, but I was like,
even
this
the
is a normal
monsters-
man.
The minotaurs we've been reading about like do their due diligence in stretching somebody slowly and
Yep.
using lots of lube and things like that. So this
Or
yeah.
their accoutrement has a lubing mechanism.
And self lubricating.
Gravy
Gravy.
leaking out of your tip.
Whether or not you like that is
Whether you're
another
into
issue.
gravy or you're on a diet.
At least it's slippery.
All right. So what kind of half-cocked internet research did you do? Because I did not do any. There was nothing about this that I felt like I needed to run down the rabbit hole.
the scene where I think it was with the 2 guys and then she fucked the champagne bottle.
Oh yeah.
I thought I remember reading something when I was like much younger about how if you're ever going to insert something that it needed to have a lid.
So like maybe it might get suctioned
Yeah,
inside or something.
That is a thing. That's why you need to have something with a flare anytime you're going to do that. But I thought it had more to do with it. I thought it would pull all your organs in to the bottle. Like, I don't know. That just freaked me out. So then I just started like, can you fuck a bottle? It shouldn't have a lid on it still. And blah, blah, blah. And every single site said, make sure you put a condom on it just for cleanliness purposes. But then
Wise.
I just started going down rabbit holes of things to use as a dildo around the house. And a lot of them were things, you know, you'd imagine like an electric toothbrush.
So here's what I'm
thing.
thinking. I haven't thought about this before. I've only thought about it just now that we're saying it, but I do kind of like
I believe you.
I like I kind of like the idea of going around the house and sticking a bunch of different objects inside me and then putting them back like plants. Like no one's gonna know where this has been. You know, like,
Till 3 days later.
Till your house
They're like,
starts
wow.
smelling.
I was going to say, what is that smell in here?
well, no, I'm gonna put a condom on it. But I feel like there's something like a little sneaky about it. Like someone's coming into your guest room and they're like, they don't know that.
That would be the excellent premise to an enemies to lovers, where like you're like, fuck you, I'm gonna use like your toothbrush.
And then he's like, God, this toothbrush smells good. You know, I'm gonna rub my teeth all over this. What is this toothpaste you put on here? Like, it's not toothpaste, baby. It's vagina paste.
Note to self: bring gloves to Lindsay's house. Okay, this
Unless you're in
one
for a treat.
was kind of crazy. A drill.
No, it's
Just
good.
caught my eye. I even had one woman who had heard of my interest bring me a small handheld low voltage reciprocating saw. And then I was done with the internet for the day. I was just like, all right, nope, I'm out.
If you could see my face right now.
Yeah. I mean, she continued, it ends with, so enjoy yourself and remember that inanimate objects are there to serve you in any fashion that pleases you, but please use care and have fun. How the fuck do you have care with a saw?
I know a reciprocating saw has a blade, but are you saying that the person who wrote this was using this with a blade?
That is all she said, Elisa.
Because I have 100% seen a reciprocating saw that has like a dildo attached to it instead of the thing, because it goes in and out like wildly, right?
I am intrigued by that. But why would you not say that in this article is what I'm saying.
Because some people already have an understanding of
It's
No,
a given.
my brain goes in crazy places and it's tired. And if I mentioned the fucking rage and like distractibility lately, like I cannot control what is going to pop into my head. So I resent you, Jackie Magnus.
I just also want to acknowledge that your tandem was fucking amazing. Thank you.
I found that very enlightening, so thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to play our new game.
Do it.
So essentially, this game is If I Was. And we're all going to pick for each other what our personalities like embody. So for Jess, if you were a sex toy, what would you be and why? And we're going to decide for you.
So I'm going to tell you my idea.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, you know how they have those like sexy games that you can play?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Jess would be like sexy Jenga.
Clumsy and falling over. You mean tracks?
I mean, you are clumsy. I'm just saying you could fall over. But you pull out one of the little Jenga things, you like read it, and it has a different little like fun and sexy activity. And I was just thinking you are a good time. You are fun. I feel like you're adventurous. You like to try new
true.
things. There's a little bit of danger element. You're like building it. It's getting higher. It's like, oh, is it going to fall over? I don't know. How's this going to go? This could be fun. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to find out. Kind of up for anything. And
Kind of
also,
like
you know,
Holly?
you trippies. You know?
And you're triple easily.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like have you ever seen, I don't think I've seen them recently, but many, many moons ago, they used to have those velvet sachet bags that had like a little baby feather duster. And then like, it was like a smorgasbord of bag of toys. I feel
I
like,
used to have a sex chest.
did you?
Now
But I
have a
feel
basket.
like you're a smorgasbord, right? Like some days you could be a feather duster. Other days you could be like a riding crop. So I feel like you're the smorgasbord of sex toys.
I'm picturing the exact bag.
All right, Lindsay, if you were arrested for public indecency, what act would you be caught performing?
She would be arrested in the grocery store for trying out the vegetables, if you know what I mean. Right there in the aisle.
You're going to look at those cucumbers differently. I'm just saying.
I think you would be arrested for molesting a sculpture.
Oh,
Mainly
well,
because
yeah.
you do that pretty frequently for pictures. And so I think you would be caught in the act of,
Going too far.
yep,
Okay, so you guys,
fucking the David in,
listen,
in Europe.
I did recently get scolded for this in public. So
Which one? Fucking fruit?
Ma'am, get that cucumber out of here.
Ma'am, you have to buy that before you can put that there.
This is a Whole Foods, ma'am.
It's yours now.
You lick it, you bought it.
No, not that. For touching a statue inappropriately in public.
See, I knew it.
So I wasn't even touching it. I was,
Much.
She was just going,
so
Just giving a little tickle.
for those of you in the know, I have a photo series and I call it Inappropriate with Statues. So we were in Greece and there's a lot of statues in Greece. They sculpted a lot of shit over there. And we were in this museum and it was full of many sculptures. And there was a statue with a cute little tuchus, you know, it was just a ripe little ass. And I was standing far away. I wasn't even close to it. And I was just doing it perspective, you know, like photo perspective.
You were honoring.
And I was just trying to give it like a little squeeze. And one of the museum docents came up to me and they were like, "Excuse me, ma'am, be respectful." And I was like, I am being respectful. You've seen the ass on this thing? I am honoring it. I did not say that. I was just like,
Said it with her eyes.
You should have 100% said that.
I'm so
Have you
sorry.
seen the badonkadonk on this?
yeah. You think I'm just going to walk by and not squeeze it? That would be insulting. So anyway, that was almost very actually true.
Okay, this one's for me. If I were a moan, what would I sound like?
I puppy.
100% yes.
That was the first thing I thought of. Because
I was thinking of the noise you made earlier today, but it was like a. I don't know why that one sounded like a horse. It sounded less horsey in my mind.
Oh my god. Okay, now you're gonna self-identify. If you were a safe word, what would you be and why? Your personality.
Enough!
That scared me. Then my butt pucker a little. My Grinch hole.
Then my work here is done.
I was thinking mine would be yes. Like,
That's your safe word?
I know it's not a good safe word. That's what I was thinking. But it's like yes with a question mark.
Oh, the inflection. That's
Yeah.
a good safe
Yeah,
word.
like, yes.
You couldn't read my inflection with
Yeah.
yes to stop. That's like what Ryan always jokes about, right? So no means yes. Yes, means anal. I think I've said that before. It's time for some moans and groans.
Well, there's our girl Georgia. She gave this book 5 stars, and she said, "What in the festive Fanny fisting was that? I need to clean my eyes, but want to read it again." And then she had a bunch of emojis after that. So I thought that was pretty cute.
I had Ashley B. reads 3 stars. Not great, but worth it. This book is hot. If you want a book with no plot, but all steam, this is for you. It was well written, and I learned a few things about myself. Would I read it again? No, but ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
I get it, Ashley. I learned some things about myself too.
Well, Bilba, 3 stars. I don't know if that was. I don't know if I
That's
said
my
that right.
safe word. Well, Bill.
And this was a little longer review, but I pulled out the part that I definitely resonated with. The smut felt so clinical, just like this review. And I read it like a sex ed textbook. It was quite entertaining and enlightening. That is how I felt about this reading that second time around. More like, okay, entertaining and enlightening, felt very clinical, not
No sexy.
anything else. No. And then Balia, 1 star. So this was tagged as hardcore erotica, but I swear my pussy has never been drier. Ophelia Balia. This is actually horror. I'm all for taboo and depraved books, but this was nasty in every fucking way. Jesus fucking Christ, I need to bleach my eyes and brain after this one. I feel that.
So I think Balia and my girl KJ, who gave this book 3 stars, are not on the same page. KJ
No.
said, "Make sure your toys are charged, that you replace the batteries with a fresh pair, and that you've pre-gamed some meds for your carpal tunnel that you have or will receive afterwards. PSA, use rechargeable batteries to save our planet." I just thought that was so funny.
This same from Brittany D, the big D, as I like to call her. Whoa. Excuse me, but for a moment, I honestly really considered an employment change. It definitely brings a whole new meaning too. You have to get over someone by getting under someone new.
Many someones
Many
in
some.
Holly's gaze.
Any unanswerable questions?
No.
I had 2 questions to myself. What would my entertainer name be? And then my second question was like, what client population would I like to target? My answer is, I want to do all the weird shit. So like Ebony, her friend, was talking to her about how she has some repeat clients that are kind of strange. And she has this one guy who like takes her down into his like medical office and he like pretends
right.
to be giving her like a medical exam.
Right.
And that's like her whole thing. And I was like, yeah, that's the weird shit I want to do in his entertainer. I don't want you to like, rip my ass apart. Just do whatever the weird shit. You want to fuck my feet? You want to drink my blood? You want to give me a pap smear? Great. Sounds like a fine time. You know, I have to do those things for free already. You
You
know,
want to watch me insert a wand with deep eye contact?
Exactly. Yeah, give me the weird shit. Sounds like a good time. I don't know what my entertainer name would be though. I never thought of it.
I feel like it's one of those things you can't give it to yourself.
Right. You
It
have
has to be
bequeathed.
bestowed. Yes,
Yeah,
bequeathed
well,
on. You have to be bequeathed.
If you feel inspired, you can welcome to bequeath a name upon me. And I will
Queef on
accept it.
you, and then you can find a name from that. That sounds great. All right. Our one-handed reviews, kids.
I mean, it is a 7 on the chili out of 5. Like, I mean, there was a lot.
I think it's a 12 because there were 12 scenes.
It's true,
So
yes,
12
yeah.
out of 5 for the spice level.
I started keeping an orgasm tally on this book also, but I lost track. I got distracted and I didn't keep track.
You peaked after 10.
I did.
Moisture.
I think it is a book worth reading if you like smut and you're interested in reading about different things.
Yep.
Just know about the tearing. I mean, the first time I read it, I loved it. I would have given it a 4. But
So would I
now
have.
I'm like a 1.
I was a Sahara on the second read. First read, I was like 100% a 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I was moist. I was moist many times. There's a lot of moisture for me.
Were you just
I
hot?
Sweaty.
don't know. Down there. I was hot down there.
Jess,
Hey, Elisa.
what's on our nightstand?
Next week, we are going sailing aboard the sex yacht with Holiday for 6 by Kelly Finley. Choo choo. I don't know why I thought a yacht
It's like
went
boat.
choo
I was gonna say, why do boats go choo choo?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Is it a foghorn?
that's like my best impression of a foghorn. Did I nail it?
I'm questioning whether or not I want to go on this holiday now.
Trust me, the sex will make up for it.
Well, we hope you love this smutty adventure as much as we did. If we made you laugh, blush, or question your search history, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave us a glowing 5-star review. It helps more freaky little strumpets find their way to us. Got an unhinged read we need to tackle next? Slide into our DMs on Instagram at Between the Folds Podcast and share your filthiest favorites. For more information, past episodes, and all the juicy details, visit us at www.betweenthefoldspodcast.com. Until next time, we'll see you between the folds.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. That's the kind of end of the night that I like.
Yeah.
In harmony, baby.
Welcome to the club, telepathy between the folds where the kinks all meet. Welcome to the club, let's slip right through between the folds where literature is blue.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are our own and do not reflect those of the authors, publishers, or any affiliated parties. We are not affiliated with or endorsed by any of the authors, publishers, or products mentioned. Yet. Listener discretion is advised due to adult themes, language, and content.